CTV Edmonton, local breaking news with Brendan Purdy.
It's kind of like ripping a Band-Aid off. We can do it quickly and be done with it, or it can be phased out over a long period of time.
Tonight on CTV Edmonton, right on track. The Valley Line West LRT enters the final stretch of accelerated work. Good evening, and thank you for joining us. The city's final phase of ramped-up construction on the Valley Line West LRT is now underway. It means a major West End intersection will be partially closed for about 9 weeks. But the builder says it'll be worth it. CTV's Miriam Valdez-Carletti reports.
The city is marking the final phase of accelerated work on the Valley Line West LRT. The intersection at Stony Plain Road and 149th Street is now partially closed to traffic. It's expected to last 9 weeks.
I prefer it to be done quicker. It was a pain to have that intersection closed, but it seemed to help move it along.
Further east, Stony Plain Road at 142nd Street is now open after 2 months of partial closures.
It's kind of like ripping a Band-Aid off. We can do it quickly and be done with it, or it can be phased out over a long period of time.
Crews will be working overnight to remove sidewalks and roadways, install streetlights and traffic signals.
The city's allowed us to shut down these major intersections so that we can kind of just work the whole thing through. It gives us a lot more space, and it lets us get the work done a lot quicker.
Last week, the first rail vehicle for the Valley Line West arrived in the city. Tracks are starting to be put in place, marking one step closer to the finish line.
The landscape will go in, the remainder track will go in, the overhead wires will go in, and it'll be very much a real thing, just as it is for the people in Southeast Edmonton that have the LRT already today.
While work is being done, ETS Route 7 will face some detours. One business says the closures are frustrating.
Between patients being not able to make their appointments and even just for us arriving late too, I know that a lot of businesses around here have been suffering.
The city says the construction headache will be worth it in the end.
We're doing what we can every day. We listen to the complaints or the comments from the public, and we try to react as quickly as we can.
It'll have people to be able to come, take transit, walk right off the train, have a cup of coffee, go to a restaurant.
Full construction is expected to be done in 2028, followed by testing before the line opens. Miriam Valdez-Carletti, CTV News, Edmonton.
The Confederacy of Treaty 6 First Nations is applying for intervenor status in an upcoming judicial review. Yesterday, a judge ruled a referendum question on Alberta separation must have its constitutionality scrutinized. The ruling means the separatist group Alberta Prosperity Project cannot collect signatures to get its question on a ballot until after the review. In a statement, the Confederacy says we'll continue our unchanging opposition to separatist rhetoric and the idea that Alberta could consider separating from Canada, adding the push for separation is a direct violation of treaty, which are legally binding contracts. Chiefs with Treaty 8 met with Premier Danielle Smith and some of her cabinet in Slave Lake today. Grand Chief Trevor McCready was asked about his Treaty 6 peers' decision to intervene in the review.
We commend them for that. We are looking at other areas as well, whether we legally challenge it or not. The problem with these bills, a lot of times, they haven't impacted our rights yet.
Chief McCready says his group discussed many topics with the Premier and ministers, like the importance of partnering with First Nations at the beginning of major energy projects. He also presses the government to give First Nations more agency in areas like healthcare, children and family services, and environmental stewardship. A traveling panel collecting feedback on Alberta's grievances with Ottawa faced its largest crowd yet in Edmonton last night. Panelists struggled to keep the crowd on topic as outrage spilled over, with interruptions and challenges to the government's agenda. CTV's Merritt Cash reports.
We, as Albertans, must be able to respectfully debate and discuss these issues here with our friends, with our family, with their neighbours.
Premier Danielle Smith, along with 15 members of her Alberta Next panel, were in Edmonton on Thursday night, fielding questions and concerns from Albertans It didn't take long for things to get tense.
And my response to the question is actually, in all 6 questions on the agenda tonight, is that Alberta doesn't really want you doing this right now. We don't want this.
Greg Oldring was the second person to come up to the microphone.
We're concerned about health, education, and the poverty that we're seeing. That our neighbors are living under tarps, and here we are talking about transfer payments and things that just don't move the needle for Albertans.
Others showed appreciation for an opportunity to address the Premier face-to-face.
Leaders in our community that are on this panel are here tonight when I think a lot of people would rather be on the golf course or on their deck having dinner, and they're here.
Some speakers took the opportunity to call out the Premier.
So, Danielle Smith, do you agree that Alberta should remain in Canada? And will you sign this petition?
Smith responded by calling out the federal government.
So they should have the same respect for our jurisdiction as we do for theirs, is what I would say. So yes, we do believe in a united Canada and an Alberta sovereign within it.
6 topics were discussed, including abandoning the CPP for an Alberta pension plan, a provincial police force to replace the RCMP, and immigration. Protesters were stationed outside the event.
This is a propaganda tour, and actually it's a pre-election campaign for Danielle Smith, and it's a waste of money.
The Alberta Next panel will hold 2 more town halls at the end of August, one in Lloydminster and the other in Fort McMurray. Merrick Takash, CTV News, Edmonton.
During the panel last night, Smith said she was confused about a new government expense policy. It removes a requirement for herself, ministers, and political staffers to publicly share receipts for expenses of more than $100.
The issue that the Cabinet discussed was that there are a number of my ministers who go to the same hotels when they're frequenting different municipalities, and they just wanted the name of the hotel redacted, just in case people were tracking them down and following. That was what the policy was supposed to be. It turned out to be something quite different.
The new policy came into effect on the Friday before August long weekend. Smith says she'll be discussing it with her cabinet Tuesday to figure out what happened and plan for a reversal. Hospital workers are showing high school students what it takes to do their jobs. Grade 9 to 12 students spent the day at the Royal Alexandra Hospital working directly with Alberta Health Services employees. They learned about the different types of careers within healthcare, from the front lines to IT roles and corporate positions. About 60 students stopped by the Royal Alex Medical Device Processing Department, where all surgical tools are sterilized.
We really love getting the opportunity to share and brag about the work that we do here.
We usually see everything with like the nurses and the doctors, but it's nice to see all the people working behind those people, and the hospital wouldn't work without them. So I guess it's a pretty cool experience.
The event aims to give students the opportunity to see firsthand the wide range of jobs available in our healthcare system. Well, a little rain didn't dampen spirits at the Edmonton International Fringe Festival. It's the first day of performances and the first day of a Fringe just for kids. CTV's Nav Saga has the details.
Edmonton's International Fringe Festival welcomed some of its youngest audience members this morning.
And we have a ton of kids here already. We just finished cutting the ribbon and officially opening the whole festival, so we're very excited.
The festival is full of activities for kids, like making crafts, playing games, and just plain fooling around.
Like, what do you like to do when you come here?
Yeah, what's your favorite part?
The ball pit, doing yoga.
Ball pit.
The ball pit.
And I'm also excited to turn in this and get a free popsicle.
There's also opportunities to learn new things. These kids are getting their first yoga lesson. These little ones learning some Indigenous hoop dancing moves.
Good job.
It's amazing. It's so interactive, and this is the best part of being a parent.
But of course, the main attraction are the live performances, and there will be many throughout the next 10 days.
I hope that they can maybe see themselves on stage, maybe see like the next generation of our fringers here at the festival who are going to keep coming back and maybe do a show themselves one day here at Fringe.
The When I was juggling plates, I was a little scared.
It's a great time for the kids and also fun for the parents.
I don't want to say I called in sick, but I called in sick today.
It's a great festival. It's amazing that it's been going on for so many years, and hopefully it continues.
How does it feel to be here and spend some time with your mom, having fun?
Good.
Nav Sangha, CTV News, Edmonton.
Air Canada is winding down its operations as 10,000 flight attendants gear up to go on strike. Nearly 300 flights have been canceled, affecting more than 55,000 people just today. The federal government wants both sides to work with federal mediators. CTV's Camille Carmali has more.
Behind these doors, the war room for flight attendants who say they're waiting for Air Canada to meet them at the table. Any progress in talks?
None at all. It's been crickets.
Almost no progress made throughout the day today on a new agreement between the airline and the union representing more than 10,000 flight attendants. With little runway remaining before workers walk off the job, Air Canada told the federal government that it wants to go through binding arbitration that would bring in a neutral third party into the negotiations. The union responded today saying Air Canada's request for ministerial intervention under Section 107 should be firmly rejected.
We don't think that a third party should be coming in to save the day once again for Air Canada, swoop in and not let them negotiate.
Both sides are battling it out over wages. Air Canada has said it's offering a 38% increase in total compensation that includes wages, benefits, and pension over 4 years. But the union says when you look at just the wages, that amounts to just over 17% over 4 years. The airline says that's a fair amount.
This will make them the best paid in Canada. And that's important because they are the best flight attendants in Canada.
Flight attendants also fighting to get compensated for unpaid work that happens before takeoff and after landing. Air Canada has offered to pay 50% for that work while planes are on the ground. The union wants 100%.
What we're offering with regards to ground pay will be the best in Canada. So, we're working to, recognize the contributions of the flight attendants.
Jobs Minister Patty Hajdu's office now urging both sides to work with federal mediators to get a deal done, something that seems far from happening at this time. Kamal Karamali, CTV News, Toronto.
The fall migration period for birds is underway, which means millions of species will be flying through Alberta over these next few months. The pass-through can be dangerous for birds, so conservationists are asking Albertans to make one small change to help them out. CTV's Tim Brutch explains.
To most humans, it's a beautifully lit cityscape worth taking a photo of. But other species look at it a little differently.
Birds get distracted. Ooh, shiny, and they turn their way into the city. And once the birds are in the city, a number of things can happen.
The fall migratory season for birds has kicked off, and our lights can lead to a dangerous turn.
They might see those interior lights and think it looks like a nice open forest, and they see the surrounding windows and think that's the trees they need to avoid, so they might fly directly into that light.
More than 16 million birds die from window strikes every year in Canada, and this year has already been more deadly than usual, largely thanks to a change in weather patterns causing an early migration.
Between August 9th and 13th last year, we had 11 birds, and the same time period this year, we've had 38. So even if you look at that small window of time, it's much, much higher than last year.
So a simple request. Conservationists want Calgarians to switch off their lights each night from 11 o'clock to 6 a.m. That will help birds differentiate between pass-throughs and obstacles.
It is the easiest thing in the world to do. Just flip a switch and it's going to make a huge difference.
There are also simple daytime changes that could protect migrating species.
So now is a really critical time to people to mark their windows to prevent them from being death sentences for the birds migrating. But the markings have to be close together, 2 inches apart, like we have on the window here.
Tim Brooke, CTV News, Calgary.
Just ahead, down on the farm. Farmers and ranchers invite Albertans to come out and experience farm days. Plus, running on empty. We'll tell you where Flaman's elusive running man has run to.
If he's down either for repairs or change of clothes.
Good evening, folks. Cool and cloudy through the day today. Some rain this afternoon, about 2 to 5 millimeters worth of rain scattered around the city. We only got to 13 degrees for a daytime high, but should be back into the 20s for the weekend. Those details and the rest of your forecast in just a few minutes.
Welcome back. Farmers and ranchers across Alberta are inviting you to Open Farm Days. This weekend is all about learning what it takes to get food from the farm to your table. CTV's Miriam Valdez-Carletti has more.
The Wasilic family and their farm animals are getting ready to showcase what makes the Chatsworth farm so special.
We have chickens, ducks, geese, turkeys, so you get a very good view of a mixed farm, especially the way farming used to be.
The second-generation family farm is one of many across the province, welcoming visitors over the weekend. They've spent countless hours preparing.
Getting all the items in place, moving all the pens around, setting up all the signage, moving bales around, making the yard, giving it that final polish.
In 2020, the Chatsworth farm offered virtual tours of their property. People were hooked and wanted more. The province says agritourism is growing in popularity. With Open Farm Days, people can experience it up close.
Not a lot of people are connected with farms or where their food comes from, so this really gives people the chance to experience it. They can be this close to the cattle, they can hold baby chicks that just hatched a couple of days ago.
Johanna Wasilic grew up in New York City. She traded her office job for a more quiet life on the farm 15 minutes north of Vermilion.
I completely understand everyone who comes out here, and especially for the first time, and says, I have no idea of the work that's involved.
Now she's on the other side, educating people on Alberta agriculture.
For us, it's really about making the whole event one big circle in terms of the cycle of how our farm works.
And enjoy the perks of being on a farm. From cows to geese, chicks, and muddy pigs.
There's Aggie, that one's, you've got to watch out for her when you're giving her food and water because she gets a bit snappy.
Activities get underway Saturday at 11 a.m. and there's something for all ages. Here Vermilion, Miriam Valdez-Carletti, CTV News.
Almost every day for 3 decades, drivers on the QE2 have watched an iconic runner outside the Flaman building. But that familiar face has recently disappeared. CTV's Amanda Anderson will explain why.
Something is missing from this stretch of the QE2 in Nisku, the perch outside Flaman Sales, Rentals and Fitness, where you'll usually see a man running on a treadmill, is now empty.
We've had people calling concerned.
Nearly 365 days a year for 30 years, he has run alongside traffic here. The running man was created by the company's founder, Frank Flaman.
Frank's reason for coming up with the Flaman Month was to advertise not only did Flaman have agriculture equipment and rentals and sales of trailers, but that we also had a fitness side to Flaman as well.
He's usually dressed in Oilers or Elks gear, but also has a Santa suit, bunny costume, and a pink outfit in support of breast cancer awareness.
And he's a really important part of the Flaman team too. People notice when he's not up, if he's down either for repairs or change of clothes.
Running outside in all kinds of weather every day can take a toll. Even on a machine.
Well, he runs on a series of mechanical linkages. This is a 90-degree gearbox that works his legs and at the same time works his arm to keep him running 24/7 the way he loves to do.
He has had his share of injuries over the years, including broken arms and a hip.
That'll be the problem.
And what is that?
This is his motor. This is the heart of the running man.
When things go wrong, it's Travis Johnson to the rescue.
I am the Flamin' Man's doctor. I get to fix him anytime he goes down. Well, usually when he breaks an arm, I can have a part overnight, but something like this has to come directly from the manufacturer.
It may be another week before Running Man's new heart arrives, but the company has a promise.
He will definitely be going back up.
Amanda Anderson, CTV News, Nisku.
The two-day 2025 Afro Music Fest kicked off in Ice District's Fan Park tonight. The event celebrates Afro-Caribbean music, dance, culture, and community. Now, the crowds who stayed later into the evening were also treated to a performance from global superstar Davido. After the break, Saturday Night Fever in Edmonton. We'll tell you about the roller disco boogie coming to Rogers Place.
Programming brought to you by James H. Brown Injury Lawyers, the heavy hitters of injury law.
Welcome back. Single digits this morning, 8 degrees, and we'll be in that 8-9 degree range again tomorrow morning. But in the afternoon tomorrow, we should get a little closer to average. 10 degrees cooler than average today. There's some scattered showers moving through the overnight period, and then it looks like by tomorrow morning, that gets a little more organized north of the Edmonton region. So from around Cold Lake all the way back towards Peace River, you get some rain tomorrow morning. That'll drift through the Fort McMurray areas through the afternoon. High level, you get some rain tomorrow afternoon. We'll watch tomorrow afternoon for some isolated thunderstorms, potentially some severe thunderstorms around Edmonton and off to the west and northwest. Best chance in the city is going to be between about 5 and 8 p.m. After that, it quickly moves off into northeastern Alberta, and you'll have to watch for some late night thunderstorms in through the Cold Lake, Bonnyville regions. Sunday, again, there's a chance of a scattered late day thunderstorm. I think for most of the day, it's just going to be partly cloudy skies, though, and should be back into the mid-20s. The best chance will be north of the Edmonton area, but even here in the city, I've put in a slight risk of a hit-and-miss thunderstorm Sunday evening. 9 degrees in Fort McMurray tomorrow morning. 9 as well here in Edmonton. Should be about 11 or 12 for Red Deer and Grand Prairie. Daytime highs tomorrow around 20, Grand Prairie, Peace River. But with that afternoon rain in high level in Fort McMurray, you're in the 12, 14 degree range. Vegreville, a lot warmer, out of most of the rain through the day. 23 degrees there. Should be about 23 or 24 as well into Red Deer. And here in Edmonton, we'll get to around 20 or 21 for a daytime high. It will be chilly, though, again in the morning. 9 degrees under cloudy skies. 24s and 25s for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday with partly cloudy skies. Just a slight risk of a really hit-and-miss thunderstorm Sunday late in the day, and then potentially some late-day showers and thunderstorms Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. No return to the cool temperatures that we had today. No real heat in the forecast either. Next 10 days, temperatures should be right around average. That is your forecast.
The normally raucous home of the Edmonton Oilers is undergoing a funky transformation for tomorrow night. Well, the ice may be out, but the skates will still be donned when Rogers Place is transformed into the city's largest roller disco. The first of its kind event will feature upbeat music, lighting effects, and of course, that giant disco ball scoreboard. Organizers say they're looking forward to offering a different kind of experience at Rogers Place.
We're really trying to grow that and provide different events for things to come into the arena throughout the year, and for different groups of people that maybe don't usually get the opportunity or haven't had the opportunity to come in, and just really trying to diversify our programming inside and outside the arena.
Saturday Night Fever fun kicks off with a family skate from 3 until 5. The over-18 Boogie Down runs from 6 until 8. The Nate women's soccer team is hosting a tournament this weekend to collect donations for kids in need. The Ooks Exhibition Series will feature high-level teams from colleges and universities across Alberta and BC. People are asked to donate soccer shoes and equipment or cash for Sports Central. The organization helps kids access equipment and gear that they need to play.
We're really looking to see how we can give back to the community. It's very important for us as a varsity program at NATE to be able to recognize that we can be a part of something bigger than just the sport that we play.
The tournament runs tonight through Sunday at Millennium Place in Sherwood Park. Alrighty, folks. Well, that puts a bow on this week. That is all from us. We hope that you have a safe and wonderful weekend in Edmonton, surrounding area, and across Alberta. You know that we'll be back here to be with you on Monday night. Once again, have yourself a wonderful weekend. Take care, and bye for now.